friends. Don't do this at home.
All right, so welcome to Sacred Grounds. I'm Dan Brady, the current host of this, the longest-running open mic in the known and unknown universe, serving up good food and fine poetry since 1972, or so we think. Another round of applause for Teddy back there. He's our host. Without him, he wouldn't be me. I wouldn't have his microphone in front of me, and I wouldn't be staring into my soul, hoping that something is there. Tonight's feature is Ryan Austin Dennis, and I don't think he's in the house right now because he's on his way. But it's really great. I don't know if he was here a few months back. Tonight's feature, we got him, the keynote. The keynote is me because no one signed up for it, so I figured I'll do it. So I'll take care of that in a moment. The main feature is Buford Bunton. Wave, Buford, where are you? There he is, so he's going to come on after the second half. And the last word, you got Garrett Murphy as the second half. He said he'll be here later. I think he's not here right now, so we'll take care of that. So, the other thing is I always point to this little flyer up here, this poster, and you say, what the heck is that? And that is a URL which allows you to view in, if you're not here, you could go to that place and see me right now doing this. And you think, why would you want to do that? But you'll find out later. The second purpose that has, I'm going to put my glasses on once and for all. The second purpose is if you want to see someone else or have someone view you, they could tune in and see you live. If you want to hear somebody else's poem, a poem you thought you really liked, well, then you can also go there and say, oh, he did say Scheisskopf instead of Reiskopf. And, of course, if you're a poet yourself and you want to find out how you did, how you appeared, that's also possible. And then, of course, if you want to put out your word, this word, any word, their word, that's another way to do that. All that gets down to the ongoing theme, which tonight's theme is Hear, Say, and it could be H-E-R-E or H-E-A-R, whichever you prefer. But the ongoing theme is never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. And that history is littered, pardon the pun, with groups of 5 and 10 and 12 and 15 and 4 and 3 who then said the right thing at the right time and whatever, and then all of a sudden the world is not the same place. Millions of people died, or millions of people were saved, depending on how you do that. So tonight's theme is Hearsay. I'm going to show you now the fabulous door prizes, and I will introduce them to you. Quickly, we have 4 musical selections. These glasses, I'm going to keep them on because, you want to read? No. Okay, A-K-O-R-U-K. It's a purification and releasing ceremony, and it is from the shamans in Tuba. I don't know if you know where Tuba is. It's one of those island places. So this is that. Somar Yar Dalai. This is kind of in the world music category. So lyrics and music by the same person, but beautiful stuff. World music, really. Then Victor Spiegel's Evocation solo piano. If you look at that, it's very nice. There's a picture of him on the back. These are all from Clara Sue. And then Chukassian Armenian Concert Ensemble. So this is Armenian music if you're liking this. Or even if you're not liking it. And in case you want to go in, it's a notebook. And contained in here are note papers and little things that you can write notes for, plus a reference to a really nice breakfast place if you like that. Huh? This? Oh, these are just note papers. And
what's the name of the...
Oh! One of these is in there just in case. What?
What's the name of the restaurant?
It is ITS It's Tops.
Is it organic?
No. I would say not. So you have this and a few other things to hear. Now, if none of those shake your trousers, you can be the keynote next time if you want to do that. You'll see me doing that in a moment. The mini feature, which Buford is doing. You have the absolute last word, which means no one gets to gainsay you. Or you can choose next week's theme, which Mr. Erdreich did over there. Oh, there's one more. A Hero of Our Time, a novel by Mikhail Lermontov. And it says here, this was written in 1840, a major prose novel in Russian literature, one of the chief sources of the great tradition of Russian novels that flourished in the 19th century, a work of overwhelming power and fascination in and of itself.
So, and what I'm going to be reading from.
The same power now.
Huh?
The same power.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
So normally I am not the keynote person, but I am this evening. So here we go. This is Between Ourselves is the name of the book. Audre Lorde, which there's a photograph of her in here somewhere. This is a photograph of the person I'm about to read. Someone gave me this for a giveaway. I figured, well, all right.
Good.
Yeah. So let me just start here. This is called School Note. My children play with skulls for their classrooms, are guarded by warlocks who scream at the walls collapsing into paper toilets. Plump witches mouth ancient curses in untaught tongues, test children upon their meanings, assign grades in a holocaust ranging from fury on down through contempt. My children play with skulls at school. They have already learned to dream of dying in their playgrounds. Their playgrounds were graveyards where nightmares of no stood watch over rented earth filled with the bones of tomorrow. My children play with skulls and remember the embattled, for there is no place that cannot be home, nor is.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
And this short piece is Scar. This is a simple poem for the mothers, sisters, daughters, girls I have never been, for the women who clean the Staten Island ferry, for the sleek witches who burn me at midnight in effigy because I eat at their tables and sleep with their ghosts. These stones in my heart are you, of my own flesh, whittling me with your sharp, false eyes, searching for prisms falling out of your head, laughing me out of your skin because you do not value your own self nor me. There you go. Audre Lorde.
Beautiful pieces. And that was taking care of the introductions. Oh, thank you. Let me just see here. All right, so let me. Who's first up?
Renee French.
Renee French, you are the first one up. Give her a nice round of applause. If I can have that with me. All right,
Oliver. Very nice name.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Today, I assumed, which you never should assume anything, and I tried to email him to find out the exact title or theme tonight, and I assumed it was love. And so that's what I'm going to be reading about today.
That's good, though.
Okay, so and today I am your love goddess, by the way. Just for a few minutes. You know.
Sorry.
I'm here to remind you all of the times you were loved. Was it when you were a baby and they fed you and burped you and gave you warm baths and dried you and put Johnson's baby powder all over you? Or was it when you were little and an aunt and uncle would see you and call your name with love just because you were you? Was it on Christmas, on your birthday, when you got a present or just one present that you really wanted? A doll house, a doll, a toy truck, a train, a drum, a guitar, camera, a book, a record, a Viewmaster, a record player, skates, basketball, football, a baseball glove, a cowboy hats and boots, a ring, necklace, bracelet. It did not matter what it was, but it made you feel loved. Maybe you felt community love when you feel at home, at church, or at school, or at a community center, or any place where everybody knows you, speaks to you, and calls your name with a smile. It feels good, it feels warm and engaging, it feels like love. Maybe you fell in love and met a girl or a boy, a man or a woman who made you feel happy when you saw them and spent time with them. Maybe you kissed and hugged and felt love travel through your whole body and give you joy. Maybe you felt the love of God in your everyday life when something went so right that you could not explain it any other way except God had to have made it happen. There were many times in everyone's life when things could have gone so very badly, and they didn't. And you were saved by the grace of God. Maybe you have been in a cathedral, a church, ashram, temple, and you felt the love of God right there in that place. Maybe while singing God's praises, maybe while chanting God's name, maybe while meditating on the name of God or just His name, maybe while saying prayers, but you felt the love and joy at the same time. Love is a wonderful and magical thing. Love is kind, gentle, thoughtful, and active. Love is a verb that demands action. Cooking for a loved one, helping the sick, anyone who needs you, and you are there. Love wants to give to others without a thought of getting anything back. Love is the joy of giving and sharing. Love is a kind word when you really needed it from a total stranger. Love is a smile when you need it and we're down. Love is a gift of life we all have, which gives us the ability to become somebody based on our amazing abilities to learn and grow, using our minds creatively to develop the best in ourselves. Every day we have the opportunity to love and be loved. I'm here to remind you about love. Okay, now one more. This is called When Love Beckons. When love beckons you to follow, go where it brings you. You will be on a magnificent journey to your heart. You will awaken with a new sense of life. Everything will be beautiful. You will feel joy. You will be in a magical heavenly moment not to be missed. The loved one can do no wrong and say nothing wrong. You only see the beauty in that person and the joy they bring you. Everyone else can see the flaws, but to you, they are none. You know you are right and they are wrong. You feel so good because the sun is shining on you and the loved one. Nothing else really matters. You want to sing, dance, daydream about the loved one. Deep sighs come out of your body when you are alone with him or her. Your heart feels so full of, so satisfied, so new. Your footsteps are lighter and the world is a wonderful place. When love beckons you to follow, go where it brings you. An experience so spectacular and splendid, it is not to be missed. It is a rare happening. Go where it brings you. After all, you came here to find joy. Thank you.
Yeah. There we go. All right, so now we're just cooking with gas, as my mom used to say. All right, thank you. That was good. You covered it. All right, so let me just be confused here for a minute.
Louis is up next.
Yes, so let me read the next five. We have Louis, Owen, Maximilian, Stephanie, Raul, and then we got Zane. That's not the next five, but you know what I mean. So, Louis, come on up, please. Louis Martin. The reflective and wondrous, the individualized and austere.
Balance and everything here. Actually, Ed Melendez over at Topic Trieste, there's a session over there nearly every night, suggested that we read some of the classics. So I dug out some of the classics that I like. This is Shakespeare on love. Love gone astray.
Ooh.
Really bad, deep, dark love. Goes like this: my love is as a fever, yawning still for that which longer nurseth the disease, feeding on that which doth preserve thee ill, about a certain sickly appetite to please. My reason, the physician to my love, angry that his prescriptions are not kept, hath left me, and I desperate now approve. Desire is death, which physic did accept. Past cure I am, and now reason is past care, and frantic mad with evermore unrest, my thoughts and my discourse as madmen's are, which render from the truth vainly expressed. For I have sworn thee fair and thought thee bright, who are as black as hell, as dark as night. Now we were also talking about death here earlier, so this puts a little more of a positive spin on death. This is a song from Cymbeline by Shakespeare too. It goes like this: fear no more the heat of the sun, nor the furious winter's rages. Thou thy worldly task hast done, homeward gone, and paying thy wages. Golden lads and girls all must, all chimney sweepers come to dust. Fear no more the frown of the great, thou art past the tyrant's stroke. Care no more to clothe the reed, to be the reed is as the oak. The scepter, burning physic must follow this and come to dust. Fear no more the lightning flash, nor the all dreaded thunderstorm. Fear not slander, censure rash, thou hast finished joy and bound. All lovers young, all lovers must consign to thee and come to dust. No exercise will harm thee, nor no witchcraft charm thee. Ghost unlaid forbear thee, nothing ill come near thee. Quiet consummation heaven, renowned be thy grave. Do one more here because I think I've got time. This is a very compact poem by Du Fu, and I'm going to read it in Chinese and English. It's only 4 lines long, and each line is 7 syllables long. And is Clara Sue here? She speaks Cantonese, so I do Putonghua Mandarin. So anyway, Jiangnan Feng Li Gui Nian, meeting Li Gui Nian south of the river. Ji Wang Chai Li Chung Chang Jian, Zui Jiu Pang Jian Ji Du Wen, Cheng Shi Jian Nan Hao Feng Jing, Lao Hua Shi Jia You Feng Zhong. Translation: I often looked for and sought him at Qi Wang's residence. I heard him before the table at Cui Jiu Hall. Just when the scenery south of the river is beautiful, fall flower season festival again, meet this gentleman. And it is the fall flower season festival, I meet this gentleman again. Now, it's, unless you know the background of this, people hate me for giving the background of the thing, but the person who hates me the most is not here tonight for that. So I'm going to read a simple paragraph, because you wouldn't get this poem at all. It's absolutely gorgeous, but here is just one paragraph. Imagine encountering the greatest singer of the greatest period, the greatest dynasty in China as a refugee, quote, south of the river during a civil war. That is what this poem is all about. It is doubly poignant because the encounter occurs during the fall flower festival season. So this is Du Fu. It's 700 years ago. Very sad kind of poet. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. And you might have noticed I handed him a sheet of paper. That's the attribution sheet. So if you read something by somebody else, I give you that so that when I do the write-up, such as it might be called, I don't always say, Charge of the Light Brigade by Charles Hawtrey and the Devonshire Quintets.
Good thing.
Yeah, I know, because they didn't do that. All right, so Mr. Owen Dunkel is coming up next. Please give him a round of applause. Welcome him to the mic. And we have Max, Stephanie, Raoul, Zane, and the Clyde Always Show is here. So we get you framed in there.
This is a relatively new poem.
All right.
Relatively simple. At Bird and Beckett, Eric's cat peers down, takes a cautious leap around, then hunches his forepaws and hind legs and jumps to the ground. Noon. The poet, like a Spanish shepherd, sat in the sun, that hot, tough straw boss. Cries of the shade of the trees, acquiesces to the fair banks of the leaves.
Yeah.
staccato. A sea of angels foretold its passing waves, knock with their fist on the seawall of yesterday. A knife-like threat of the raving of their gray air, telling the story of the future of ants, beetles, mice, the like of the nature of the estuary-like birdsong, mining the verbal consciousness of existence, as you are betrayed by your lover in the midst of a dream. Vacancies. Every tree the great iron cattle core car, the L passes. Every true San Franciscan rides the L car, or is farthly from some other hemisphere or space of time, born not of great iron nobility. The new muni of now eventuality past stolid sunny Castro Street. The iron muse Epictetus of the dawning driven 21st century. The Rococo inlaid church car. The 37 bus to Great Dawn, busy hollow Haight Street. Night comes slowly on our day-long dallying mission, warps the woes of our forgotten evening of prayers and psalms to bring our minds much better to sing the day after exhuming. Hiss, 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 the night song of the 19 bus to the silken satin sunset to the sea, and the vilified for imagining paddles and puddles of the great sodden sudden insensibilities of the stroll of the end of the angry day, shadows of the always remembered seasons of my timid soul, standing always and will stand forever, counting bus straps. Ginsburg at prayer has driven monks dressed in pajamas to the sultry fields, to the exotic, erotic Halloween ball, in a pumpkin-colored coach made of blue slippers, snaking, smiling, speaking, sparkling, to each and every man jack passing them by. Persons foiled again, snarled their eyes to the tip of their devil-may care, forked tongue.
Devil may care.
What?
I just.
To the sunset. Contrary to the voices of unreason, today I took the LM car through Irving Street, of little shops and sorrows of its retreat from the unvision of the Perry Building. Today is a demonstration, an official backtalk day. Not of the days of library reminiscences, the dream of speaking of Pickett's Charge, or Little Round Top, or another groovy gold mine is all about. Ants and elves talking serious plutocratic tones to the vicar of wakefulness, to the cars and horns of the Sinclair Lewis-like pince-nez sincerity of peaceful Grove Street. This is my second on-rhyme poem to the Midwestern sunset, Stars and Stripes.
Thank you, Mr. Uncle. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Always good. Thank you. All right, so Maximilian, you are next. If you would kindly come forth, or fifth. Oh, thank you so much.
Hello, good evening. I am Maximilian Volker, Belgian native, and my poem is for organic future and
You just set me up there.
and social justice. Organic future is garden farmers is having organic food, organic production in your own backyard. So this is possible now. We are doing it. We are promoting it in different spaces here in San Francisco to take off for the rest of the world. that they can grow on the rooftop, on the back of a small window garden. They can grow vertical growing, a new concept of urban farming. So we have, it is happening. So here in San Francisco it's starting now. The second part is social justice. I just, on those moments, everybody here has an obligation to help those refugees, those undocumented people, to guide them to a safer future. They are helpless, that they don't know what to go with. We have an obligation here in San Francisco, to help them, to give them the right guidance. We intellectuals, we poets, etc., those people are in big need, nothing else. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Maximilian. All right. And Stephanie Manning, we come to thou and thine talent is in. Give her a round as she comes up. We have Raul, Zane, Clyde, David, B, the Sandrell, etc.
Hello, everybody. Nice
Hi.
to be here. And so I was first I have a few haiku, and then I got a little bit longer poem. And the first one goes: Poor Melania, hardly a moment alone, but will she tell all? Second haiku: I crave a poached egg like I crave forever the man that I can't have. Oh, that was on the train when I was starving. And then I was on a bird walk on Sunday at Chain of Lakes in the western part of Golden Gate Park. Great birds out there, and this poem will tell you. There's a great horned owl nest with a female sitting on their eggs there, and Papa great horned owl goes to get food. This just goes on for months, and she's been coming back for about 4 or 5 years. Mother great horned owl, serene in her nest for months, contemplates dinner. Food on my mind. Settled on big eggs, she turns them every day with fond devotion. And then my longer poem is this, and I hope it's not too long though. Debris chokes the waters of the delta, branches, twigs, lightweight leaf cover, all floated down the surging rivers of the Sierras by the rain god's tremendous flow of water. Remember the Cloud River, finally full to the delight of the Wintu who worship it. It is too much for gentle people. Already recoiling from Trump and his policies, gentle people suffer, issues piling higher and higher on the shoulders of yesterday's nightmares and financial grief. We reach our maximum capacity for worry. Beyond this, hedonism takes over, and civil disobedience, protest, and A is for activism. That's a book, by the way, Activism. Children tell me we got to get rid of Trump. I didn't say it. They just get it. They get it. They know. 1 a.m. last night, 3 a.m. her time, Ann Leonard texts me, do you think the democracy will survive? This is an insane circus. And I think, let sleep come, and maybe your dreams will portray an insane circus with color, acrobats, the flying trapeze, and Dapper Teddy will bring you your elegant dinner. I wait for poetry, reserving all judgments until attorneys by the millions tramp up to the bench and plead insanity, the insanity of the voters who bestowed the crown on Trump. Poetry, poets, and truth and beauty, may the angels deliver the verdict.
Bravo.
That's Stephanie Manning. All right. Raul, you are next. Come forward, please. This is not your first time, correct?
My second.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure because I wanted to make sure. Otherwise, we do the silly thing. Give him a round of applause, please. He has come back. He has survived. He was here before and he came back. He said, "I'm going to go back there and show him what for." So, or something.
This mic looks really big with these glasses. I guess a fun one first.
Fun one first?
The day the Lord descended, my dealer's life was ended. When the 7 trumpets sounded, the ones that open up the ones that open up the seals, I swear the sounds were sirens, the breaking up of deals. And who were those guys on horses? Never heard of them for sources. At the pearly gates they found me standing, begging for change as sheikhs can be demanding. While licking baggage without shame, I didn't hear when he called my name. I wouldn't mind 100 cows. If only I could find someone who sells. Sorry, here I go again. Fragments of imagination. You know, the pieces that are me. I see them when they speak of who I used to be. This world I make, I'm trapped by self-absorption. Why do I make such fuss, a cacophony and commotion? These illusions that I am, all this regret and sorrow, feels like they'll last forever. I'll be bored with them tomorrow.
Thank you, Raul. Welcome back. We love it. All right. Zane. Calling Zane. Zane to my
Hi guys, my name's Zane. Thank you for being here, not being dead. It's super cool. I got a poem for you, but first, I got a little book of poems. It's called Being a Human Being. It's fucking exhausting. And I did it, and I wrote it, and I scanned it, and I put it on the computer, and I printed it, and I folded it, and I stapled it. And if you want to check it out, let me know. If you want to buy it, it'd be cool. Pay what you can. And I'm going to do a poem now. And I also run a little literary press.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah, it's called Oldie. If you guys want your stuff out there in the print world, let me know. Talk to me. I got some propaganda and stuff. Because art's super important. It needs to be out there, and that's why stuff like this exists. On the day I pretend the sadness breaks, I remember that someone told me the way you look at the world is how you are feeling, and it's raining outside, so it seems pretty straightforward. I have found bathtubs with imagined blood of the only person I choose to love. I see hole in chest like absence has the most important part of me. It's so comfortable to slick back into the hole where I buried the rest of the morbid. It's so easy to call sadness one of the only things that stays, but there is also breath, and life has been going so well lately that it terrifies me, and the skin has been wrapped up in bow, so I have learned to be actually present. My mind still skips rope and climbs to the sky, if only for the view and the cold and the fall, the beautiful fall, and the rest of the things that remind me that I am human. I need reminding because I've gotten very good at forgetting. Maybe let's just say burying again. And I'm headed back to hometown with shovel. Tell my parents it's a family outing. We dress up in Sunday clothes for the mud. Tell them it's good to have something under their fingernails. Remember, people used to be put in coffin with a bell to ring if they chose to woke up. All I hear are bells, and I'm choosing not to respond today. Let them ring. Listen to the symphony of all the dead things you have been avoiding. Fingernails scratching the inside of the most permanent apartment you never had to pay for. Screaming bloody murder, more like screaming bloody existing. I am grateful, but even the ceiling makes me want to hide. Hoodie up and hushed voices. Don't let the roommates know that I am talking to myself, attempting to pour myself out golden, give value to all of this heavy and burden and mind, breaking the fourth wall to make eye contact with my ugly creator. He's sitting in a room alone, shirt off, pouring another drink, and I laugh because he finally said, "I'm sorry." Thank you.
As you can tell, I'm not all here. And I thank my mom for that. I can blame her for that too. But anyway, all right. And now we have something special. This man is special. He's always been special. The Clyde Always Show.
Yes, sir!
Let's go. Come on. As they say.
Special. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, come on. Come on, step right up, folks. Want to grab yourself on front row seat before they're going. They're going fast. You don't want to miss this. It's time for another exciting installment of the Clyde Always Show. With me, your always clever, always handsome, always charming host, Clyde. Always ain't no common carnival worker.
No.
The Bard of the Lower Hay.
Hey.
And this is Jittery Jeff, the celebrity chef. At the fanciest eatery ever there was on a Saturday prior to service. While preparing, the staff were all shaken because they had reason to feel very nervous. Enter Jittery Jeff, the celebrity chef, who was famously vile and British. He could roar in your ear till he rendered you deaf, but his cooking was really quite shittish. One unfortunate cook over-roasted the lamb, so the chef came up shouting and shoving. Then he seasoned and trussed up that cook like a ham, and he stuffed the poor guy in the oven. When the pastry girl said that she felt underpaid as she idly fingered a booger, came the chef with a torch, and her face he bruleed, but neglected to add any sugar. Then the stew with the busiest part of the night served a T-bone as tough as a fender. That's when Jeff went berserk on that raw piece of shite, and he hammered his testicles tender. All the servers complained in a furious mob that the chef was a mean evildoer. So old Jeff ran him through on a giant kebab with the maitre d' last on the skewer. In the dining room, diners impatient they grew, and so angry their hunger had made them. In response, complimentary liquor he threw before Jittery Joffrey flambéed him. All alone then was Jeff in the barbecue pit, jamming cabbages into the juicer and about to impale his own ass on the spit when there barged in his happy producer. "Well, your ratings are up," the producer exclaimed, "and I think I'm aware of the reason. All those innocent people you butchered and maimed. What a triumph! We'll see you next season." Thanks, go to the jury. This is going out to all the millennials in the crowd. It's called Like Literally Annoying. Like literally, he was dumb as a turkey. Like literally, he would bray like a mule. Like literally, what a prick and a jerk. He's a literal shit show, an asshole, a tool. Like literally, he was driving me crazy. Like literally, he was getting my goat. Like literally, I was Martin Scorsese and literally choked like right down his throat. Now literally, he's asleep with the fishes. Now literally, I'm just so full of beans. Now literally, got all of our wishes. Perhaps now he knows what like literally means. Thanks everybody. That's like literally annoying. Yeah.
Literally annoying.
How much time I got? 2 minutes. Okay.
Do something.
So this is a brand new one for you. Thank you for being here. This is 100 billion views. I'll admit to committing some terrible blunders. I'm guilty as guilty can be. Because today was a day filled with wonderful wonders, upsettingly, I didn't see. Well, I didn't see vegetables chopping up cleavers, nor pussycats splash in the pool. And I heard there were maple trees chewing on beavers and doggies who ran out of drool. Mr. T, he was knitting a scarf, didn't see it. No sugar cubes dance in the rain. Plus I missed the giraffe who was driving a Fiat and clergymen blowing cocaine. Oh, I could have seen meat served to members of PETA, or vampires getting a tan, or the crippled chameleon who outran a cheetah, or nuclear bombs in Iran. When the homeless got bagged up by bottles, I missed it. Then flowers all ran for the shade. When my grandmother tackled a python and kissed it, the atheist knelt down and prayed. Oh, I could have seen Borneo, bonking Bermuda. I could have seen Porky Pig fly. Or I could have seen Jesus play golf with the Buddha, or Earth jumping a rope with the sky. But I didn't see nothing today or forever. These days I just grumble and groan. So consider my warning to you, which is never cement both your eyes to your phone. Thanks for looking, everybody. Good night,
He's always Clyde, he's always, and that's the term, Clyde, always. Thank you. And Mr. David Ehrenreich is coming to a theater near our mines. And then I will follow him, and then someone will follow me, and someone will follow that. All right. He knows how to treat me.
For you.
For me.
Hearsay.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get rid of that. Jeez, Louise and a hamburger. All right. Yeah.
I read this a couple weeks ago. Sorry about that. It seems the letter C is really of two minds, sometimes a simpering S, sometimes a cackling K. Content contains the import succeeding certain sounds, like Hebrew without vowels, those diacritic cowls which help pin grammar down. A synthesis of syntax, mayhap a changing chalice, accessible like miracles performing without malice. From cellar up to ceiling, I celebrate my chums. E after C, I hope will be a rule that I can tell them. Sounds out to S, an acid test. Oops. Centered in cerebellum. When H comes after C, the trend ascends towards J. So choose your clothes and I'll disclose that sound another day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty, daddy. Yeah, well, you know what they say in France. Excuse me. Yeah, let me just get this
Back this way. All right. So we've had some serious things this evening. I'm going to not be serious. Okay, so this. I don't think this stuff is sold in the stores anymore, but I will just. Have people remember Velveeta? Velveeta.
I think it's still there.
Is it? Well, it never ages. Anyway, so this piece was written back in the maybe in the late 70s. So it makes reference to Willie Mays and Howard Cosell and a few other things in there, just so you know that They're in there because that's what. All right, you're ready. This is kind of a little bit of a performance, so I got to get warmed up. Here we go. Okay. Oh wait a minute, I better do this. It's going to go off before I'm done. I mean, I got to get it so it's.
You're cheating.
No. I had to time myself, or else people will say, "You sing all too long." Yeah, you don't even know. Anyway, so here we go. Hey, Mom, look, on TV, it's Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, with Velveeta in his hands, squeezing it, yellow dough between his fingers oozing out. He's smearing it on his chest. It works like vapor rub. Good for colds, he says. He's walking through a trough of it. It clings to his legs in large clumps. He says, it's great for training. Use it for 1,001 household jobs. It's an excellent aquarium sealer. Or mix it with baking soda to plaster up cracks in the wall. Use it for window putty, paper paste, or melt it down adding rubbing alcohol and wax your floor with it. Why, you can even make candles out of it. Willie says football players celebrate slapping each other on the back with big handfuls. Now, there's an interview with a man who just ate 145 pounds of this food-like product. He says he's perfectly satisfied that no one will try to break his record soon, but that he wants to get into the peanut butter and jelly circuit because that's where the money really is. Mom! It's a news story. A Velveeta factory blew up. The mayor is worried nobody knows how to clean up the town. Mom! It's a commercial, a commerce cereal. This trucker used Velveeta to replace axle grease. This, he said, allowed him to get out of the storm. So he looks into the camera, into my eyes, his gruff face all sentimental, and says, Velveeta, you saved my life. Now, it's IBM, the company that brings tomorrow into the day in time for yesterday's problems, is at work on a pumping system, and pretty soon, each American household will have Velveeta on tap. There's garlic Velveeta, mocha Velveeta with the complete recipe for Velveeta brownies on each box. Or try Velveeta over shredded wheats for a party snack. Don't forget the nuts. And you can always recognize nutshell Velveeta by the tiny sombreros on the outside of the traditional yellow box. Mom! I want to say that I always wanted out, that this is impossible. I do not hunger for this. Your families on TV eat and eat and eat with their smiling, perfect teeth. Mom, look, this man is advising me that now Velveeta is fortified, enriched, preserved, while you can let it set for years and years. Its shelf life is so long we haven't been able to measure it yet. And the man with a white coat and glasses looks so scientific, I believe him. Wait, there's a newsflash by Howard Cosell. They were studying the effect of radiation on food in Saginaw, Michigan. They created a Velveeta amoeba. It grew fast and killed 10 scientists really fast. It broke out of the lab and the blockhouse, ate up tanks and guns. It's running amok, attacking the whole city. It glows yellow. It can't be stopped. Mom, I don't know. You just never told me about Velveeta.
I can't be science fiction movie with cruddy actors and bad scenery.
Oh, yes, it can.
Could be.
Oh, you don't know.
All right, so thank you so much. I love that's such a fun thing. All right, Richard Sandrell is coming in next. And then we have our feature who I don't know is here. I don't think so. So then we'll have to adjust our sets and TVs as necessary. And thank you for that. Well, and thank you for the technical sound. Oh, I didn't know that.
How many are you going to read?
Well, just one with you.
Okay.
Be the first
Gonna
one.
do the first one.
I want to thank David for doing this with me. Also, Adobe Books at 3 o'clock this Sunday. I'll be doing a read from 3 to 5. Kim Shuck is one of the readers.
Yeah, baby.
I can't remember who else. Bloodflower, I think.
Okay.
Again, I just want to remind people, keep standing rock in your hearts and in your minds. And hopefully if you know anybody, in your wallets if they need it. Probably will need it for the courts, I'm sure. Anyway, David's going to accompany me on this. It's called The Beauty Lost to Be Regained. I stood on the wet sidewalks of San Francisco. Streets, sidewalks, slick, sanitized, clean, all gussied up, pretty. The city has its makeup on. A while since she's had her sheen. Her lights alive on skins of snakes. Electric snakes, moving, undulating, can be fun. Elder first sees San Francisco at night in the late 40s. Weeps at the beauty, seeing lights that twinkle, bordered with darkness of the bay. The city charm seduces one away from the road one is on. This is the end game, the place you may have come for. Stay, take her in, but learn her secrets. San Francisco is home to some, carnival to others, as well as carnivores, not just of the flesh, but of the souls as well. Built on the shell mounds and the graves of the Ohlone, her past is soiled, sullied. It is this unseen she doesn't want you to see. Or know. It is their stories we should want to hear. Even beauty has its ugly side.
Yeah. Nicely
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Oh, hang out up there.
New one.
New one?
New one.
New?
Gotta keep one every week, at least one.
All right.
No more protests. Love me, I'm a liberal. So Phil Oak sings. Singer of protest music. Music of love, caring for our brothers and sisters under the thrall of abusive empires. Those songs became anthems of the time, but came to the sad end from bipolar and drinking. His friends murdered from Chile to USA. He died from the loss and then hung himself. Years later, it was found out that the FBI had a file of 500 pages on Oaks. Buffy St. Marie sings how to change with love, as her protest music proves. From Universal Soldier that got her blacklisted from the airwaves to today, where she still gives no quarter as truth-teller, lover of humanity. She remains vital in thought, mind. Given longer life than Phil Oaks, she still remains part of the struggle. We will miss Phil. Long live Phil Oaks. We love you, Buffy. Long live Buffy St. Marie. One that is given away. There were 2 ones given away. In the end, there were 6. The one never comes back, leaving 5. Why had he been the one left behind? Why had they not come back for him? Questions never fully answered. He would never know his siblings or meet his father, mother. Though he met his mother's relatives, they would come and go, leaving him with the crazy man and woman who adopted him. There was no love in this family, only control. He became a loner in life, never trusting anyone with any certainty. Love can be a beautiful thing when it's realized. All too often it's about self and not about us that love needs. Yes, love needs. Do not leave your children. Do not leave them behind. Love may die before before you could be a bud.
Thank you so much to Sam Morrell.
All right, I'm doing this because that way I'll look better on that. And I don't have to adjust this. So, Ryan Austin is not here. I mean, he would be waving to me, and I would recognize him. So that's our feature committee. I don't know what happened yet. Sometimes this happens. So in the meantime, we're going to take a short break, like 10 minutes. We have a great second half. It's a short second half, it's still great. We have Adolf Pickett, we got Hal, we have, I think this is A-Y-O, is that right? A-Y-O? I-O? Thank you. Okay, good. Didn't want to say it wrong. That's what I do in my classrooms. I spell the name and ask them how it should be said. And we got Bill, Buford, and also Garrett. So it's a great second half. And then next week, just so you know, kind of a unique thing. A pair of women they go by the name of Serial Muse, and they've worked with young people in the city over the years, not this current year, but in the past. And what they're going to do when they come, they're going to do a duet up here doing their own poetry, but they're also going to bring people from School of the Arts, well, I guess high school age or a little post-high school age. That's the plan anyway, so for next week. And then after that, we have a very beautiful and subtle poet, Evelyn Posament. She's been here a few times. And then after that, on March 8th, we have Jose Gutierrez. So that's going to be a goodie. So that will be turned off so that you don't have to worry about your conversations being idly collected. As if, And so about 10 minutes, we'll come back after the break. We'll have those people. It'll be a good second half. And schmooze.
Thank you. My mother's brothers, sisters, cousins.